What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. Again, Monica was missing in action. Olivia said that Monica was feeling under the weather. I hate that, man. I want to see more Monica, especially around the holidays. But I don't know what's going on with Leslie Charleston or whatever. I kept hearing rumblings that she might be retiring or what's going. I don't know, but it would be good to see her during the holiday seasons, at least. It's kind of awkward. Like, we get a lot of Carly scenes at the Quartermaine Mansion, but no Monica. I'm like, somebody need to fix it. I'm just saying. But I liked it, though. I like seeing those scenes. The kids was, getting ready to open up gifts and stuff. Well, at least one of their presents. Because that's been a tradition in a lot of people's households. Where you get to open at least one gift on Christmas Eve. I know I've done it. And that was always the fun part. You know what I mean? I would know what gift it is. And I would strategically pick that gift on Christmas Eve so I could play it right then and there. Because I always knew it was a video game. So I was, I fiddle around with it. When you touch the present, you kind of touch all on it and all that to kind of figure out what it is. That's what I did. That's how I knew it was a video game. And I said, nope, I'm going for that one first. Because I knew the other one was closed. I said, yeah, that could wait till tomorrow. This game gonna get open tonight. So BLQ pretty much had to explain to Olivia and Ned about the whole Chase situation and stuff like that. And she was shocked that Ned wasn't going to give her a lecture. Ned was like, listen, it's Christmas Eve. I ain't got time to lecture your grown ass today. He said, it's the holidays. I will wait until the new year to lecture you. I loved it. Ned was not playing. He said, listen, I'm in a good mood. It's the holidays. I ain't got time to lecture you today. We'll save that for January the 2nd. And we'll proceed then. But, she told him about Chase backing out of the gingerbread jam or whatever. And she suggested that Ned take his place. The way Olivia bust out laughing when BLQ asked him that shit had me dying. Because I was like, Olivia, don't do him like that. You ain't got to laugh because he will bust out that Eddie Mane in a quick second. But I totally get where Ned was coming from. He said, no, I'm not going to do that because, for one, people didn't pay to come see me. He said, I doubt your audience want to see me. And furthermore, this is your mess. You got to clean it up. You just got to go to the organizers of the event and you got to come clean with them. I totally agree. I say exactly. You got to do what you got to do. You got to clean up your own messes. So anyway, Carly over there, talking with Drew and whatnot. They over there watching Willow and Wiley and Michael. And, Carly noted that Willow looked pale. Like, she looked very pale. And that's why Drew is more determined than ever to find her birth parents. Carly keeps trying to talk him out of talking to Willow about it. Because he wants to tell Willow what he's learned so far. She's like, no, that's a mistake. All we have right now is theories and stuff like that. I'm like, Carly, go sit down. Go sit. Like, she is working overtime to make sure that she derails Drew's investigation. I'm like, Drew, why are you not peeping the signs, the red flags here? Like, that's exactly what she doing. Like, why she keep trying to tell you not to keep Willow apprised of what you're doing? Like, I'm pretty sure Willow would want to know about any lead, whether it leads nowhere or somewhere, she would want to know. And Carly keeps trying to talk him out of it. So I'm like, dude, pay attention. See what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's manipulating the hell out of your little investigation. You need to get on top of that, sir. So Carly getting ready to leave or whatever. He give her a gift, a Florida keychain or whatever from their time in Florida. And it has a key on it. So he told her sooner or later she'll find out what the key is. I'm like, I want to know right now what that key is. Because I know hopefully it ain't to a new damn house. Carly got enough homes. I'm just saying, like, what you got a key to? A new car with a safety deposit box? Like, what you got a key for? Like, I want to know what it unlocked now. You done piqued my curiosity a little bit. Just a smidge. So Michael and Willow had to tell Wiley about the pregnancy and the fact that he about to have a little sister. He was happy about it. He couldn't wait for it. Most kids, they get happy when they find out they're going to have a sibling and stuff. You got some that ain't too thrilled, but he was happy about it. And that made Willow emotional, of course, because she don't know if she even going to be around next Christmas or anything like that. I felt bad for her in that moment, even though it was her fault for derailing treatment. But I do feel bad for her because death is a very permanent thing. Maybe not on this show, but with us, it's permanent. Like, when we go, we go. Ain't no miracle happening for us. It ain't no such thing as a miracle on 34th Street for our asses. When we go, whoop, We on to the upper room. That's where we going. Some of us. Some of us. Some of us going to that upper room. I don't know where the rest of some other people going, but it's going to be plenty hot. Better bring your sunscreen. I'm just saying it burns. You know, bring your blocker with you. I'm just saying. Bring you a nice cool beverage. Some people know where they go. Let me stop saying that. Let me stop. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, you know, I get where she coming from, because when you staring death in the face, it's like, oof, it come at you fast and hard, because you never know what the outcome gonna be. Especially when you're dealing with cancer and stuff like that. You never really know what's gonna happen. Like, you hope that you're gonna persevere, you hope that you're gonna get through it and you're gonna beat it, but it's always in the back of your mind, like, damn, I might, you know, this might be the last time you see me. I think she'll pull through, hopefully, because we all know the background of all of Michael's lady friends who he associated with. They end up dead or leaving town. You know, luckily for Starman, and she left with her life. I'm just saying, like, when she left after dating Michael, she left with her life intact. You know, thank God for that. But the rest of the ladies in Michael's life weren't so lucky. They met some grisly ends. So Willow better, you know, pray to whomever she prayed to. Pray to a few gods that she persevered and she pulled through this thing here. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that, Maxie and Austin bumped into each other and whatnot. And he want to know where they stand. I said, hopefully y'all motherfuckers stand on the opposite sides of each other, because y'all don't need to be standing next to each other. Hopefully this is over. And I was happy, because they both came to that realization that what they had is done, that their relationship is over. I said, thank God the writers put us out of our fucking misery with this relationship. I'm just saying, it needed to be done yesterday. It needed to be over. It needed to be over last month. I'm just saying. So I'm glad, you know, they ended on, you know, amicable terms. You know, they were amicable. You know, they hugged it out, wished each other a happy holiday, and went their separate way. And I'm happy. That's how you're supposed to break up. Because that relationship, it was on a road called nowhere. That's where that relationship was heading towards. Nowhere. And Austin is shifty, and I don't blame Maxie. You know, she can't have that in her life right now. She already dealt with shifty dudes. I'm glad that they ended that. That was smart. Good. So anyway, moving on from that. I'm glad Gregory is around, because Finn and Chase need some clarity. They need somebody that's gonna keep them level-headed, honestly. And I think Gregory does a good job at that. You know what I'm saying? He started off with Chase, because he told Chase, he was like, listen, just because BLQ did something bad don't mean you got to stoop to that level and do it too. You know what I'm saying? Just because she didn't do the right thing don't mean that you got to do the wrong thing just because she did the wrong thing. I totally agree with him on that. And that's what I said yesterday. I feel like his anger is correct. He has a right to be pissed at her. But you also have an obligation that you signed up for. You signed a deal to perform at this gingerbread jam. So go there and jam the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just, and that's what Gregory felt like. He was doing this to get some type of little petty revenge against BLQ, because he knew she would have to deal with the fallout of him not being there. And Gregory was like, you know, he get it, but at the same time, it's not just her you're hurting. And it's not. You're hurting Blaze. You're hurting the promoters. You're hurting the people who bought tickets to go, because they bought tickets to see you and Blaze. That's who they wanted to see. You know, you're letting a bunch of people down. It's not just BLQ. So I feel like he should do it for the other people. Don't worry about BLQ, but do it for them. You know? So Dante came over there and whatnot to give him some good news that the review board is actually going to look back into his case during the spring and go over it again. And there's a good chance that this time he may get reinstated back to the force. I think that's a dope thing. You know, because BLQ apparently got her letter to them and she's been wearing the board down to try and get Chase at least another hearing and stuff to help get him his job back. I like that. At least BLQ is doing what she has to do. At least she's seriously making amends. You know what I'm saying? She's doing whatever she can to help, you know, and try to fix this. So I commend her for that. You know, she made a mistake and she's fessing up to it now, even though she got caught out. But at least she's trying now, because some other people probably wouldn't give a damn and go on about their life. But at least she's making it right, or attempting to. So Chase ended up going to the gingerbread, you know, jubilee or the jam or whatever they calling it, you know, and him and BLQ bumped into each other and stuff, because she had to tell the promoter that Chase isn't there, and the promoter was pissed. He was like, listen, fix this shit. It's a lot riding on this. You need to fix it, because that is money. You know what I'm saying? You're costing people money when the act don't show up. they might have to refund tickets. That's thousands of dollars in some cases. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, Chase went there with the intention of performing. Because I think he owe it to the people that bought tickets, and he owe it to, Blaze. Well, he don't owe it, but, you did sign the deal, so be a man of your word and go do it. And make you a little bit of coin in the process. And Gregory had to get in the fin a little bit because he told him, he was like, listen, you doing a good job of hiding how you really feel and stuff, from Violet and all that, which is good because she deserves a happy Christmas, not a grumpy one. And I do agree with Gregory on that. But Finn started doubting himself, his love life. He started doubting it because he was like, he feels like he's not meant to be in a relationship. He's not meant to be in love. He's not meant to be married because he feels like every woman he gets with, it turns into a fucking disaster. I can see why he would think that. I see why. He hasn't had the best track record with women. I totally get him on that, and I concur. But I wouldn't give up on love. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't had it with the right one. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's relationship is perfect. But, I wouldn't give up on it, though. Because I feel like it's not him, per se. It's some of the women that he get with. They got some screws loose. He got his own issues, too. Don't get me wrong. It ain't all them, but it ain't all him, either. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's just a work in progress. He got to get somebody that really balances him out and really, works well with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they go together. So, I think he'll find somebody eventually. So anyway, moving on from that, I love that scene with the Davis girls and Dante and Spencer. I love that whole scene. Dante sitting there talking about, I got to check on Cody because he's spending the holidays alone. Whoop-de-fucking do, Dante. Whose fault is that? I wouldn't be checking on him because, number one, he could have been spending Christmas with the Scorpio family. He chose money over family, money that he still ain't even getting. So you lost out on both, a good family and some good money. How stupid would you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gave up family for money that you ain't even getting. So it's like, that's on him. I don't feel bad for Cody that he's spending the holidays alone because he could have been spending it with Mac and his stepmama and Maxie and his, nieces and nephew. He could have been doing all that, getting to know all of them. He chose not to do that, so that's on him. It ain't, I can't feel bad for something that you did to yourself knowingly. You know what I'm saying? You knowingly, purposely did this to yourself. And then when he had several opportunities to talk to Mac and say, hey, I'm really your son, he didn't take that chance. So that's on him. So anyway, I love the conversation that Alexis and Spencer had because Spencer was trying to get some clarity about his place as a Cassadine because he was basically saying, like, listen, how do I distance myself from them? You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be a part of the Cassadine clan. He admires Alexis because look at her life. Alexis has a lot of issues in her life over the years, but she always stood away from the family. She was never a part of that. And he's trying to figure out, okay, how do I do the same thing? And Alexis said, listen, family is family. You can't distance yourself from family. You can't cancel your family. You just got to be your own person. You got to decide who you want to be and go be that. You know what I'm saying? Be happy on your own. Find something that makes your ass happy. And I totally agree with Alexis. That's the best advice you could give. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a lot of psychotic ass people in y'all family, but that don't mean you got to go join the herd. You ain't got to be like Nicholas. You ain't got to be like Stavros. You ain't got to be like Mikos or Helena. Be Spencer. Be you. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. That's what he got to do. So, he left and stuff like that, and I'm happy him and Alexis got that quality time together and got to talk. She was being real with him, and I love it. Them little family moments. My boo Christina was in the house. I'm happy to see her. Oh, yeah, TJ was there, too. I almost forgot. I think I named everybody except TJ. Yeah, TJ was there. But it was good to see Christina, and Alexis was asking Christina what she got going on and stuff like that. And she said she was organizing some event or something like that for the people of LGBTQ community and stuff in need, like helping them and stuff like that. And I was happy. I was proud of that. I said, go ahead, Christina, getting down with the community. I love that, doing community work. And, even Alexis was proud and told her. She said, listen, I'm proud of you. She said, you doing something that's making you laugh, you doing something that's that you love, that you're having fun doing. And she was like, I'm proud of you. And I really think that means a lot to Christina hearing that from Alexis, because especially after the last few conversations that they've had where Alexis has not been happy about her career choices, I'm happy that Alexis finally shut up and was, came to her senses and let that child be her. You know what I'm saying? Let Christina do her. Same way you telling Spencer to be him and latch on to something that makes him happy. That's what Christina's doing. I'm happy for her. I want to see more of Christina though. I definitely do. I miss her. I feel like she's missing out on some great story. Like a lot of that's going on in Port Charles. Christina, I think, need to be a part of this stuff. I think she would add that extra flavor to it, that oomph. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a missed opportunity not having her here. But like I said, I don't know what's going on with Lexi's schedule or what other projects she got going on, but I would love to see more of her. So moving on from that, the Ashford family was doing it up big this year for Christmas. You know, they was trying to do everything to cheer Trina up. They even had multiple Christmas trees. I said, well, good goddamn. I saw all these Christmas trees up in here. I said, good Lord, like Times Square. Um, you know, they was doing everything they could to cheer her up because she's still in the funk, obviously, about Rory, which is understandable. You know, she still blamed herself for his death, and I'm glad Jocelyn was there to talk her down and stuff and let her know, like, listen, none of that was your fault. And I do agree, because you can't blame yourself talking about, oh, if he never met me, he would still be alive. That's not necessarily true. That's not true at all. Because look at him, he was a cop. He could have been shot at any given time. He could have been stabbed at any given time, blown up at any given time. Anything could have happened to him in the profession that he was in. Anything could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Car crash. I mean, even if you're not in that profession, anything can happen. You can get shot walking out your front door for no reason. Anything can happen. So she can't put that off on herself. You know, and I think it's a lot of the guilt because she didn't love him back the way that he loved her. But I'm like, you can't help how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I do think she deeply cared for him, but you can't beat yourself up because you didn't, reciprocate those feelings that he had for you. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You feel how you feel. And I believe he understood that. So, he I don't think he had any regrets about his time with her. And he made that abundantly clear pretty much on his deathbed. He didn't regret it. So hopefully she can come to terms with his death and move forward. And I'm glad Spencer went over there to cheer her up and talk to her or whatever they're going to talk about or whatever. Because, she needs to move on from this at some point. I love that Marshall and Curtis are spending time together. This is their first Christmas together in probably like 30 years. And, he got Marshall a jazz collection, and Marshall got him an old photo of the family at Christmas time, which I think is dope. And he even got Portia a spa package. I love the Ashford family Christmas. I loved it, even though it was sad because of Trina and Rory, but it was still beautiful to see all of them together, enjoying each other, giving each other gifts, and enjoying that they're engaged, that they refound each other again between Marshall and Curtis. I felt bad for Jocelyn because Jocelyn left the house and she got on the road and then got into an accident, swerved and all that stuff. I said, I hope she all right. Hopefully she ain't hit another car or no tree or nothing like that, but we shall see. But this was a pretty solid episode, Christmas episode. I enjoyed it. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.